wow. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is life, my whole take, wow. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's. Fresh out the bay, the game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean a banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury. Ha, these luxury. Ha, luxury. Ha, ha, they can't with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out y'all, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the lead, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the bay, the game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean a banging. Have my hand out, let me hang it. Ay, these no can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury.
Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Keep on bluffing, but I just can't win. Drown my sorrows, but they learn to swim. Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Head in a bottle, put my heart in a case. It's getting harder to act my age. Play a sad song on a tiny violin for the man at the bar confessing his sins. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. Love keeps knocking, but I just stay home. I ain't picking no flowers for the seeds that I've sown. They say it gets darker when you're coming on door. Still looking for the right at the end of my wrongs. At the end of my wrongs, I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Try to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. It's a little good news. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil wouldn't walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely.
A good neighbor to nearby downtown Phoenix. We're at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona. Cam Little out for the opening kick. And away we go in Glendale. His return starts at the 5. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
I'll tell you what, as a quarterback, you sure appreciate a run back like that to begin a ball game. It makes your life a lot easier, and they're going to be set up with really good field position to get things going.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Running once more with Henry. Has another lane. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Another run for Henry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the point.
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Joshua Carty on for the field goal.
Slide's kick is up and good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now a give left side. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Emmanuel Forbes in on the tackle. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Running back sent in motion. From the 28. He's on the move. Into the hands of Pat Fryermuth. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
3rd and just 2 to go. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Taken in by Bellinger. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out. And feeling. Now for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
He's still going at the 30. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Cut near the goal line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here's a give on 1st and goal. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans pull ahead 6-3 in the 1st. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Little tacks on the extra point. And the Texans one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Great. Set.
Hurts now from the gun. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Great. Set.
This is Henry on 2nd. We'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Cardinals football. They'll begin the quarter with 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. On 4th down, Hurts. Pass complete, screenplay. And that's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the 1st instead.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. Catch is made by the rookie out of Tennessee. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
He's got him. That's McBride. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
No touch that. No touch.
They'll run here with Henry. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. Give him 5 yards. Things looking good. 2nd and goal now from the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Couldn't pick up anything. And now he brings up 3rd and goal from the 2.
No touch that.
Fighting for the goal line. Oh, he lost it. Someone punched it out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. The flag comes out. This is going to back them up to the edge of the end zone. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. It'll be a field goal try now for Joshua Carty. This from just 23 yards away. Sly's kick is up and good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Love now to throw. Completed over the middle. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Let's go now.
On 1st down, they'll run. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Love out of the shotgun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Love from the gun. And no look there. That throw falls to the ground.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
No touch it. No touch.
The drive begins with Henry. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Glendale. It's the Cardinals, lined up with a 2nd and 8.
Crowd left Yeti.
Running back sent in motion.
No touch.
From the 22 on 2nd down. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
No touch it. No touch.
Here's Hurts. Dumped off to his running back. He pushes it up across the 30 before going out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
No touch.
On 1st down, Hurts. Metcalf's got it, complete. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Hey, let's go.
Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set.
No touch.
The give now out of the shotgun. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Hey, easy. 63, bad. No touch.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Hits him on the out route. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Great.
They kick the running back in motion.
Go Silver, ready? Tiger Hornet. No touch.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
On third down, it's Hurts. He's going deep. And in for the Arizona touchdown. Now, I know that's one of his favorite routes to run, Brock, but that has got to be one of a quarterback's favorite throws to make as well, right? Dropping it over the defender and take the lid off the D for 6.
Because it is so simple. It's something that these two have done and thrown together for years and years. Maybe not to each other, but since Pop Warner. They've been running the go route. Just run right by him, and if you're even, you're leaving, and I'm going to drop it right over the top.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. Running back sent in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Love. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Nick Cross has it. And the Cardinals might be able to get some points late after the interception.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something to the return.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down throwing for Hurts. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Kobe Durant has it. And the Texans make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Looking to throw. He lofts it deep left. Tried to float that one in, and defender's there for the interception. Nate Wiggins has got it. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Keyword, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Short pass brought in. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. It was Preston Smith with the stop. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the pistol, here's Love. Has him on the quick hitter. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Decorian Bennett there for the tackle. Love on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Love to throw again. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Shotgun now for Love. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk. It was nearly a big play.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll run here from the gun. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And he won't opt to bring this one out. Content to keep it in the end zone and start their drive at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Great, set. Alpha.
Hurts now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Hey, Silver.
28-yard line.
Another try following the sack. Chased out to his right. That's low and bounces short of his man. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Defense, relentless on that play. As some of them closed in on that pocket, the others took away the easy throwing lanes, and they really influenced that incomplete pass.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Devin Lloyd making the play. And the Texans get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Let's go now.
They've got a man in motion.
Let's go.
Lone back gets the handoff. Space to the left. Launching for the pylon, and he's got it! Touchdown! The Texans parlay the interception into points. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Ready, set. No touch.
Give now to the running back. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
No touch, set. No touch.
Back to the well again. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
No touch, set. Hey. No touch.
Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. That's caught for the 1st. Spins out of 1 stop. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Completed to his running back. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Cardinals ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
Oh, it's Silver, ready? Ready, set. No touch, set. No touch.
A give left side. Here's Robinson. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
No touch.
Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On 2nd down, Robinson. And he'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. A 9-yard gain, but that still sets him up with a 3rd and 12.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Completed over the middle. Has some room to work. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Missed to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. And the extra point is up, and it is good. And the Cardinals push their lead to 3. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 34. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down for a loss.
Simply put, Kate, and that's just job well done by the defense. You get a completion on 2nd down and go backwards, that's a pretty superhuman effort and want to from this defense.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. He's back to throw. He's got it over the middle. And this one doesn't go far.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Taken at the 2. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Cardinals will have to start from deep within their own territory. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Hey, 73, 73.
Back to throw, Hurts. On target to Waddle. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
63, 63. Great, set. King, Phil King, Phil King.
Hurts. He's gonna try to drop it in deep right. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
The give here on 2nd. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Cardinals holding on to a field goal lead. So now here's 3rd and 5. He'll throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And they're going to take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. He'll look to throw it. Trying to push it deep downfield. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. Back to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Setting up to pass. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Through the defense he goes. Room to burn. Into the red zone. And the Cardinals make the play that should win them this game.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense. Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. Escape, and he will score. And with almost no time left, that should clinch the win. Cardi now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals make it a 10-point ball game. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Starting at the 10. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. So the Cardinals pick up the win in this one. And they carried some of that winning